Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LPL 2025 Split 2.
Question, chat, as we're all kind of having a bit of fun with the watch time stuff. How is the volume, guys? Does it need changing at all? How are we feeling? Linfong eating a pretty ugly trade there from the Aurora. Harry gets a big chunk down. Oh man, Linfong needs to be really careful. There is a flash weirding combo, especially with that passive now available. Just do and be go for it. Flash EQ. Dive top now being considered. Skarner's going mid at the same time. That's just an easy kill mid. Shanji's still alive, by the way. They ran out of mana, so they failed the dive top to OMG. Shanji stays alive. Doomby gets a kill mid. Wow. Well, there's Grub's numbers 1 and 2 taken. Aki needs to be a bit wary here. Flashes into the pit, looking for the smite, takes it. Gets ulted by the Yone. Can probably look to drive through the wall. Will die here as everyone goes flying on in from OG. Leave with a really nice flash. Problem is there's still a twisted advance, so he's in danger. Starry just about falls, and Leave gets the attack speed from the passive. Moam in danger. Flash from PP got his rep by Moam, but headbutt away on one. Doomby now on over. Linfong just about going to fall. Doomby then gets to go across the veil again and hang. Nowhere to go. Leave gets another wonderful play from the AD carry, who dodges a turret in mid lane by Aki on the Skarner to knock the Aurora Yone into the wall, who'd been chunked out pretty heavily before that. So ends up getting picked off, and that sets up a good starting point. Credit to Linfong though, he's laning quite well at the minute. Has picked up a kill from that fight at Grubs. Has now picked up a bit of that CS well. Sometimes.
But while that's happening, down a tiny bit of CS hasn't led to anything.
No, exactly.
AD carry, very far ahead from that piece. Just in terms of raw CS. Yes, the Rakan decent at kind of helping you survive any lane really because the Q healing, but Tharis being ahead, a little bit concerning here for OMG. Aki's getting punted back away from safety maybe.
Oh dear, misses his ultimate, but Heng had to burn his own. Linfong comes on over, eats Varus with the chains of corruption, just dies.
Too much CC. I mean, if he wasn't going to hit by that Skarner ultimate, yeah, there's the Varus ultimate to catch someone else out.
Well, yeah, and I think the thing is, it is a cool kit in isolation. I think Skarner's rework, on the whole, has been a successful power fantasy of what the Scorpion should be. I think now the question will become is...
Hang on. Run back, and then here comes Mana.
Flash on him. Fatal comes on through. Starry now over. Leave, no flash, no cleanse. Still trying to turn it out. It's a good headbutt pull from PP God, but it will be not enough to keep Leave alive. Nice combo from OMG, even if NIP did their level.
30 seconds as well, so both them spawning in the near future. Shanji has teleport, Doomby has teleport. All solo laners have teleport. Neither AD carry has them on the same way though. Keep getting chunked a little bit.
Yeah, he is. Oh, there's a flash away. As Hung has to back on out on that one.
Leave. No
ult.
ult.
Gets jumped on, gets headbutted away. Leave's still going to be in danger, but there's no real follow-up as yet. Leave's just going to walk away. Throws the Hail of Arrows to slow people out. Aki now body blocking. Doomby down to 10% HP though. They need to back off. That'll be Sion coming in pretty late. Flashes away, still gets knocked up. NIP get out alive.
Very surprised that Starry couldn't pull an ult onto Leave, but maybe without Linfong there, they didn't feel like they had the dragon on the bot side.
So, towards the dragon we go. And we've not really had that chat yet, but it is on-hit Varus this game.
Yes,
there's a bit of a conversation chat as well about when you should be running on-hit, when you should be running poke. What's the theory?
I mean, I think poke should have been better in this game, but, well, okay, no, the problem is, in this game, hang on, we might get a contest around the Herald. We might have to have this conversation after. Doomby's walking forward. He does have ult, and he has tier 2 on his ult too.
Herald's still secure, going to throw down that ult. Not to that much avail, all things said and done. A little bit desync with the team. There's a potential option to come back in with that ward. Thank you very much, observing team. Trying to trade this one out, and they just lose immediately. PP got his Harry coming around from the flank. Still going to get the Maokai down back, but Leave just falls at NIP. Bit of an ugly fight. They're in a 4v3. The teleport's flying. Aurora has to go over the wall. They go, what, 1 for 1? No, 2, because Leave died as well.
Yeah, and Leave does die because he's the on-hit Varus that has to get up into melee range. NIP, they are going to have DPS issues later into the game, and the on-hit Varus can stymie that to a certain extent. But by playing the on-hit, you are going into melee range of some very good melee range punish champions, like the Yone, well, Yone, Jace, Kai'Sa can all fly at you. And NIP, they weren't ready to take that fight on top side. They get themselves the dragon out of the objective trade, but they give do this against the Voracious because the low range healing aura kills you, but because it's this version, you can stay melee range and take it much more healthily. Look at that, it's a different attack pattern. OMG sneak this away as it stands, and NIP, they just have to watch this go down. They're going to get all of the flowers too. Great sneak away from OMG.
Linfong with a very heads-up play there.
Really well played, and flash in though. Oh, it's a big catch onto Starry.
Get one back, they'll probably get the dragon too, but again, getting out the Atakan, still going to be pretty sucky. Look at those petals alone, that's an extra what? 40 adaptive force, something like that, which is pretty significant.
This fight anymore. And IP get themselves some good health out of Hung, but losing both of the summoners on Leaf is a big loss. OMG will look to...
is this loss?
Is this lost JPEG? You know, many things are. NIP...
Which paddle
we'll need to protect that Varus in the next few minutes.
There we go. They will need to do that. They get the hold of the dragon. The silliness is happening. I'm not going to be very serious today, guys. I apologize, but actually I'm having quite a lot of fun with it. So here we are. Slow down to the moment. He gets hit by a decimating swipe rather than a smash. It's not fully charged. Aki gets jumped on. Actually got Doomby over the wall hilariously, but Moab just dies for it. Hit by that shotgun. There's those 7... I don't know, whatever the family line things is with a shotgun that I don't remember exactly what the phrase is. But the fact that Starry can't quite get the kill onto Aki. Skarner is Skarner. Starry comes falling out of said heavens. There are some ill-omened stars this time around. Linfong goes back in with a Fate Seal, but to what end? There's just not any follow-up anymore. Doomby gets another level 16 acquired off the death of the Yoda. You know what's just spawned a few minutes ago? Baron.
There's the 3 familial execution as NIP take down some...
To not great avail.
But this is, but this is basically after the summoner's already down. This is
now
after.
Done for Doomby. Got a blighting jewel. Still hasn't turned that into a Magi's, but fair enough. And fault Story for trying. I know what you mean. It looked quite killable at 3 items, but again, Skarner is in fact just a bit of a champion. They lose their Maokai. In comes a Steam Train Scion who goes choo-choo. Actually, it's a Lumberjack Scion, but I still go choo-choo in my brain. Captain Flowers had the right of that.
Yeah, yes he did. Yes he did. Towers are going to fall. 4 grubs helping an IP push down turrets, and this is one of the problems with Skarner. He is so ungodly tanky. Moham spotted on the flank. It's not like you have a Maokai ult to corral him into his engage either. NIP, I mean, they had some worries about if this game reaches late game, blah, 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 they'll miss out on DPS. It just hasn't become a factor as Aki goes forwards yet again, finds an ultimate onto the Yone, who has a QSS luckily to trade ult for item. Does not, however, have the wave clear to protect his inhibitor. Moham is desperately looking for something out there. He's not really found a lot of it.
Ooh, gonna get a huge chunk here, you imagine. Lands a 2-fold hex. Immediately, the Immortal Shield Bow is popped from Linfong. Ults away from Shanji, who goes unstoppable in his onslaught briefly and has to back away.
Moham's been behind here for a full minute now, and he's going to achieve exactly nothing.
He pulled the wave.
And even though OMG got themselves that Atakan with the permanent bonuses... No, look, this looks funny. It achieves nothing. Oh, God. Sam, if this leads to nothing, you're going to feel so stupid, aren't you? He's currently... He's been here for 2 minutes. He's been here for 2 minutes and does precisely nothing. Harry, hang on. Gets with the AD carry.
Oh my god, he got the AD carry. They can't get a kill still. Look at Doomby on the flag. Oh, Mr. Bond. You've got to be afraid of that one. And they lose the Ricard. Oh dear. Double O nothing.
Mr. Bond, I don't feel so good. He waits for 2 minutes for a flank, which fails.
Okay, well, here we are. Harry, I think is going to end up running into Shanji's level 17. And you just don't hurt him right now, this Jace. Get in my belly.
Jace is basically just being delayed. NIP go towards the Nexus. OMG, yeah, they are making a bit of a parody out of this one, isn't it? Definitely more Austin Powers than James Bond.
Yeah, the slow-rolling steam train, or steamroller of the side of this Skarner and Scion. Very, very scary. The problem is they're backed up by the engine of this Aurora into, like, quad melee. Like, brawl into quad melee is really nice. You got Ambessa, Sejwadi, Silas, and Alistair. Ted is too small for the headphones, or... He has got quite a small head. That's no judgment on him or anything. It's just a fact of life. Here we go. Ooh, nearly gets that Q on in, but a good flash away from Care, keeping alive. Cream, though, gets passive by Shadow, and now Kanavi in danger. The counter gang does not work out. Into my Slayer task on the wrong ding-dang spellbook again. Oops. Oops. Well, arrow. Oh, hang on. Nice combo. Beautiful stuff from Top Esports. Shea couldn't move. How is it possible Top Esports dominates domestically but sucks internationally? A few reasons. Jackie Love. I mean, that's the reason I'm a bit surprised, right? Because it wasn't the Jackie we'd seen all regular season, right? He was a very consistent, hard carry for Top Esports. And he was very mediocre at first down, to say the least. Way in danger here. Chris gets to stand behind people, throws down a really good Aurora ult. Nice combo into the backside from Kanavi. Beautiful. Teleports come on through, but it's a little too little. It's a little too late. They got a huge amount of Brawn passive. Care's going to at least get a couple back, but Jackie's still trading. Flash away. Sheer trying to keep on hopping forwards. Can't quite do it. Care is doing his best. Good body block from Kree. Does all the work as Jackie glides on them. That's what I wanted to see from this man internationally. He does it here instead, and that was a 5v4. Well, that's GG. He is a little bit. Oh my god. Damn. So, 369 is very deep. Dies. What? Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Care now going to potentially have an option as Cream goes across the veil, tries to find the big angle, but that bullet time is brutal. They pick off Jackie. FBX in a really good position. Oh, Top Esports. Yeah, that's more like what I remember from first down. Are they going to get aced? I think they are. Oh, dear. What? Okay. Big engage. Chris gets away. That Glacial Fissure was really nice. The arrow turns around. Care gets dropped. And now you can start to face Dway. Goes to the backside. Oh boy, he's dead. Okay, nice. This is really good. Jackie's not touched this fight. Look how different that one looks. This time it's the front line that tanks it all up. Well played, Top Esports. And the full send from FBX does not work. Sorry, Mecha, your team is not having a great time here. Misfortunes there already. You can probably play at the 2.5 item breakpoint versus Top Esports. So I think that's possibly doable. If you can, say, convert Atakan into Dragon, maybe that's doable. Care's gonna go sending, lands it onto Cream. Maybe this is your moment. Stole the cease and desist. Can't quite kill off. Cream, though, passives in. Can they kill off this Aurora? No, they can't. Oh, dear. And now Care's going to die. Oh, they nearly did it. That bullet time was a bullet second. Triple kill for Kanavi. Is that a quadra kill for Kanavi? No, it's not. Okay. Well, Kanavi is now 9-1-5. How much damage can they do with this wave here? They've got 6 grubs. That's at the very least inhibitor. Hang on, can they just end the game? I think they can just end the game, guys. It's over. They're going to try and end this. They've got a wave and 6 grubs. It's over. Oh my god. Well, blink and you miss it. FBX full send on the Aurora. Don't kill her. And we see some space gliding shenanigans. Maokai ult, a Kaiser ult, a Pantheon ult. Gives you a lot of ability to engage from miles and miles and miles away. A lot more damage for TES and a lot more disengage. It's with TPs and stuff pretty freely here. Drive die into Shanji. Flash on forward. Try to get the last auto. Does get it. Nice turret dive, Top Esports. Really clean stuff from Kanavi. Best of ones? Yes, this will be our last day of best of ones, though. As Kanavi gonna go driving through the wall, gets Aki not quite to the wall because that was a really good bramble smash. Handshake just shy. Aki, though, still in danger. Double knockup. Leave will get a W down, but to what end? Not that much. Bit of a chunk as Kanavi can still step on forward. He's really annoying on this. Skarner, flash over the wall. Jackie gets rooted, but can now get a bit of damage back. Oh, he's going to get the bailout. Doomby comes flying on through with the ult, gets a barrier down, but suddenly Doomby arrives from the heavens. What a wonderful grand starfall. Comes on in and gets 3 for NIP. Overplay from Top Esports. And the bailout sets of grubs. .369, big on slicing Maelstrom. Shanji, remember, does not have a flash. Will throw out the needlework to no avail. It's shoved into the wall. Kanavi picks it up. And a nice little... Bisto. Right, Cream in danger. Slides away. Still going to get followed by the Twisted Advance. Will throw down his ultimate, but there's still going to be the Nature's Advance. And they're going to go, sorry, Nature's Grasp, I apologize, as Doomby goes under the turret, gets the kill, Aki tanks it up. Great combo there from the jungle mid lane, but that leaves the bot lane open to an attack. Leave dies, hit by the hail of arrows, can drive on forwards to drag the Rakan into the wall. Great dive response, and it's a 2-for-1 overall, as both junglers find their marks. Kai's here as well. This is going to be a dive. Watch for the ult on Aki and PP God. 369 is going to have to ult, I think, early. Flashes on top of Leaf to get a lot of damage down. Kanavi's here as well. Flash for the Impale. Drags Aki back under the turret. A 1-for-1, all things said and done. Can't quite keep 369 alive, who flashes to die anyway. But now Crisp is around, and PP God and Leaf have got ults to burn and flashes to burn. Don't need to burn either, though. And they get out to safety. Jackie Love lands a chain to corruption, times out the Aegis Assault, gets a huge chunk back, tries to get the kill. Oh my days, 40 HP. Another auto would have done it. But in the Fed Pantheon v Varus matchup, Pantheon, we're pretty much guaranteed Ruinous Atacant this time around. Grub secured. And Pantheon got himself an Eclipse, no Strike Breaker this time. Damage option, PP God finds an interrupt onto Jackie Love. Hang on, how much more can you do here? Man will drop over the side. In comes Leave. They stop the recall. Will barrier and throw down the bailout. Might be able to trade back on Leave. Not quite enough. Additional shield from the passive. And now 369's in danger. Oh, Jackie Love. Unfortunate recall. That interrupt from PP God could come back to haunt them. And do it. So... Shanji, looking for an angle, does step on forwards, slides away, does cream. Dragon secured by Kanavi, gold lead is there for the Kraken's there for the on-hit and the Rage Blade. Going for that crit build will be really nasty with those Qs. Shanji may look at Kanavi here. Aki, though, gets a big... Oh, so Kanavi gets a big impale. The hostile takeover comes on through. Cream now coming across. Could look for a big shuffle. And 2 members fall. PP God just about gets out with the flash, but they try to defend this. And don't find it. Doomby goes man drop in topside. There's a slicing Maelstrom. So it ends up being an ult for an ult. And they get the bot side turret. First turret goes the way of Top Esports. Now, really, we're waiting on objective. Heading towards this mid-tier 1 currently. Leave has to just stay way, way, way back. And mid-tier 1's going to fall. Suddenly feels like Top Esports accelerating very heavily. The sun. This, I think, will be our next big fighting point. 1 item largely completed across the board for NIP. The problem is, Jackie's got 2. If Jackie Love on this Varus gets to free fire, it's going to get real scary. Exhaust has to be good from Shanji as well. Kanavi went driving, couldn't find anything. Does force Leave and PP God The back of the pit, though, they can't enter through the angle they wanted. Shanji on a flank angle. Doomby steps on forward. Dragon secured. Kanavi lands a pretty good impale into the hostile takeover. Was well buffered by Doomby. Flashes back in. Now on to Cream with the W. Goes down 1-for-1 as it stands. The slicing Maelstrom will not kill Shanji. Man drop coming to the backside. Trying to get Leave into the back end of the blade. And he does so. Gets off Crisp. Jackie's dead. 4. For the side of NIP. Khan, though, saying, okay, you have to come fight us now. That makes things a bit harder. Gonna try and rush it. We're aware of NIP. There's Aki. Doomby command drop. Teleport from Gwen. Down to 5,000 HP. We are flipping on this. Can you keep the Maokai out? Taken. Petals afterwards. In comes Pantheon. Jumps into the backside. Murders 2. They do get 1 back. But it's just not going to be enough. The Impale is solid. Into the slicing Maelstrom. Shanji, though, getting to free fire. Cream gets a hold of Aki. Shanji, though, will murder the others. And the petals are still just there. You got 2. The combo was nice. But the Gwen gets to free fire. And you'll pick up... Burned a lot of summoners. A lot of them back up now, including a lot of those flashes. I take that back. 369 looking for an angle. Dragon secured by Aki. That breaks the soul point. Doomby on the side, trying to deal with 369. Needlework still got a last charge to work with. Cream goes looking, doesn't find it. Resets come on through. Started NIP pulling the trigger. Top Esports going to be forced to come on in. The blue trinket comes on through, so they know this is happening. Down. I think it might just end up down. Kanavi can't get in there. It's burned. Nice from NIP. Now the turnaround comes on through as Shanji heads over the wall into the man drop. Jackie Love in danger, flashes away. Doomby's really deep to do this. Slicing Maelstrom into the backside. Massive damage. Jackie Love bailed out and alive, but Doomby finally falls. On the other side, 369 murdered the backline. The slicing Maelstrom is there. And Jackie Love finally gets bailed out. He gets enough damage done. Schliegem into the pit. Alright. Final Dragon started. Shanji into the pit. There comes the ult from Maokai, taken by Kanavi, who does get burned really low here. Will likely fall doing so. The Impale comes on down into the backside. Oh my god, the damage. Varus comes on down. The ult comes on through way too late. It's a 3-for-1. 369 turns around the slicing Maelstrom. Huge! Shanji dies. 369 needs to back on out. Flash over the wall from Cream. Just out of range of the Comet Sphere. Gets a shield. Gets over the wall. Needs to keep running as Aki and Doomby keep looking for more. Cream does not quite have enough. Gets the Cinder speed up. Schliegem into the bush. Comet Spear shy. Cream alive. Ends up being a 2-for-3 in the end. And the mid tower falls for NIP. 5 minutes or so on the table for Top Esports. Hang on, 369. Be careful. Oh, no. 369. He's a dead man. Slicing Maelstrom is solid. But what's it going to do? The Aegis Assault comes on through. Jackie Love now here. Chains of Corruption lands. Does not have the Aegis Assault left. Does now have the Mikhail's Cleanse. Kanavi now coming on over. It's leaving Leave and Aki to try and jump onto the Skarner. The burn onto this Skarner is pretty good. Aki flashed to make sure that Kanavi couldn't get through the wall, I think. 40 seconds on 369. Nice roam in from Doomby. Alongside PP got that. Mikhail's on the Chains of Corruption. Prevents Doomby from eating a lot of damage. Can still look to play this. Can drive through the wall. Damage coming back. Doomby pulled back. And Baron secured, but they're going to head over instead to Infernal Dragon. The reset's going to come on through. How are they going to take Infernal Soul in trade for Baron? Rough. Teleports immediately come on through. Man drop available for Doomby. Where is Aki? Resetting. Coming through the rift now. 12 seconds for a teleport on 369 who can come in himself. Starting up the dragon are Top Esports. Doomby off to this side. Can still get into the back of this. Aki now coming on over. Doesn't have flash. Will be need to zone off. Gets jumping onto Kanavi. Soul taken. Redemption comes on through. Jump on forward. Jackie Love backs on out. Kanavi will die for it. Blast cone away. 369 on angle himself. In comes that man drop. Try to go and force the house-style takeover. Jackie Love just dies. Doomby does as well, though. 369 with a slicing Maelstrom makes it a 2-for-2. But Leave does the damage. He's got a GA to his name as well. 2-for-3, all things said and done, as they pick off a last kill onto Crisp. So many flashes blown. You've got Baron to work with. But you did lose Soul. You need to make sure this one sticks. Or it's still a pretty good space for top esports to be in. 3,000 gold and a very fed Kai'Sa. Can do short work of these tier 2s, and this will expand the gold lead. But I need to see some inhibitors fall here, or I don't. And the Skarner looking about as squishy as I've seen him. Here we go. Oh my god. Kai'Sa with this build does unreal things to people if she gets a crit on head-to-head anyway. Okay, Baron. Started. Navi's in there. Gets a massive impale! Slicing Maelstrom! Leave down. The GA is popped. Gonna try to keep going for this one. He gotta try and get the soldiers on top of him! Get him! They've killed off the Kai'Sa! Kanavi breaks them in the pit! What an ult! The impale combo comes on through. Flash for the slicing Maelstrom. Aki there to desperately try and clean the wave. He can't do it. That was an ult. Skarner, in the end, after finding such little joy over these last few team fights, gets to go forwards himself. NIP fought hard. Fought well. That Kai'Sa, you thought they might be able to do it. But a flip at the barrel. Eats a fourth shot, or throws a fourth shot out, sorry. Shanji and PP God are the same. Oh, hang on, knocks away. Shui potentially in danger, Hung. Or Hang, rather. In a bit of a difficult spot here. Of course, had those camps stolen. Starry flashes over. Here comes Shadow looking to punish. Actually, now everyone's really low. They need to be really careful. Full tilt for the side of Moham. Looking for an angle. Hang gone really deep. Will surely fall. No! Starry got the Acathian Rain. Shadow needs to get something back here or it's going to be an utter disaster. It might well LB anyway. Oh, no. 3 kills to Starry. The fourth shot. Assume then gets turned around on here as Shadow goes to the other side to jump on Astari, who cleanses, and Hung gets a load of healing. We're back to live as Shadow's dying again on the invade for Raptors. 7 waking up into be morning. Gotta be fresh, gotta go downstairs. Hang on, nice crash down. That's just a very dead Dway. FPX are running it onto Starry, who is going to be really key on this Kai'Sa for being giga valuable. Up about 800 gold at this point. It's a great spot. Where do we go from here? Those grubs. This could be a bit of an interesting one. I think OMG in a particularly good spot, but hang on. Nice engage from Dway. Does get to burn the ultimate. Out goes Harry. Not a great equalizer. So no kills as yet. She's still got another charge of that ultimate to work with. Gonna try and find someone to clip with that. Surely. It doesn't hit anyone. Okay. Sorry, Cersei, I brought it up. Might just not your fault, Monty. It's fine. I'm just curious what's happening. I mean, I should be talking about COT. Let's enjoy weed a bit. Equalizer on the wave. Ult now from Shadow onto Harry. Deadly Flourish. Keeps him locked under here. They don't have the wave to work with, though. What are you giving up for? This Ari's got so much time top. Kai'Sa shoving in mid. Harry will die. But it's still going to come at the cost of first turret. And OMG have already got feat of strength anyway. They got the early objectives. They got the early kills. First kill on the board for FBX. And Care clears out mid lane. Can they trade for this turret? I think with 20 seconds spare should be doable. Losing a fair amount of the jungle on the other side, though, is poor old Shadow. And Sheer gets that turret. Okay. Alongside Asun. Google a crumpet. It's a very separate thing. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just don't know because I'm on the wrong side. There's a fight going on. I can't talk about English crumpets right now. Or English muffins. Oh, hang on. Nice engage. Dwayne might just dive for it, though. And the Crescent Guard is silly. Oh, nice shot at the back end of it all. Support for support. Good shot, Assume. And probably look towards this dragon. The problem is, of course, right now is OMG have got the shove on in. Dang on, depth charge. Starry had to ult and flash and cleanse. Oh no. How did Starry get caught there? What? I mean, what? That's just throwing you the dragon. I don't know what to say. Jue's gonna throw. Doesn't have ult. That's one thing. But this is surely gonna be. Oh, hang on, decent equalizer. But the turnaround with the Nature's Grasp comes on in. Dragon secure, but the fight's not great. Linfeng will get another reset. Can keep on hunting. Pulls the Q back. Gets over the wall. Another reset. But still gonna go down as Assume picks it up. It's a double for Assume. On for this. They've done all the hard work. How does it end up like that? That's kind of hilarious. Alright, Tapey's in. FBX flipping here at the Atacon. I can smell the burgers. Gonna turn it around. Out comes the Maokai ultimate. Nature's Grasp is there. Gonna try and get it. He stole it! Oh my god. We're getting tiebreakers. We're getting tiebreakers. Oh no. And yes, Clara Chad's like, yes! Dear. Well, there's a Baron, but why is he there? Oh my god, Shadow trying, well, that's Atacon and Baron. And Shadow's trying to get... What do you... I mean, FBX, what do you do at this point? Maybe just wear out the Atacon and Baron. So it just gets worse. Ugh. Some people have low-key water with cereal. Oh my god, why are we still talking about it? But this game is over, right? What do you even do here as OMG? I mean, okay, Kerr's gonna try and get that tier 2 top. That's it. There's your bounty. Can you keep it to just 2 inhibitors falling? Atacon's still on for 15 seconds. After that, you might want to pull the trigger. Kerr is back. What item has he bought? Can't get towards the Hex gates. All right. We flip at Soul. That's the plan. You don't want to... Who's been doing cereal in tea? So because what is there to talk about this game? Yeah, tea has no milk. I mean, it depends what tea you've got, what kind of tea you've got. But yes, oh my god. Linfeng gets the solo. That's over. 10 stacks on the Magi's. Mark out comes on through to no avail. Hengman's going on forward. Sheer goes snip, 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 snip in to no avail. The Crescent Guard came on through. Starry's just going to keep going forward. Jue tries to get something. Exhaust down, but Starry still got barrier, still got ult. Finally falls. I got Assume. Assume. Okay. Hell, even the Kai'Sa. There's no... If they tag you with a skill shot, you're just going to run away. You're not going to run away. Oh, hang on, there we go. Steps on forwards. Gets the kill onto Shadow. Hexol was completed. They're just going to look to run the game. The Equalizer plus the Hextech slow. Linfeng doesn't quite die because he gets to go golden. What a blessing. And we go, Moam is there with the Rel. And OMG win a game, baby! We get tiebreakers probably. Oh my god. Watch FBX upset someone now to not get that. Flash, Room Prison. Hang on, Linfong with the bleed. Nice kill mid. Okay, bot side, Jackie Love and Crisp in danger. Jackie's going to have to hop away, barrier burn, the ignite in trade. Starry and Mo, I'm actually playing this one out pretty well here. Navi trading up with Hang. Needs to be aware of the wall. Not quite in range for that steadfast press. That could have been disastrous for Kanavi. Crisp just about alive. Jackie gets the kill though. Hang on, barriers through. Oh, Starry! No, got excited. And he comes away from an early game with a double kill. Does eventually burn out. The minion aggro is too much. Wow, that's messy. Okay. Starry gets both kills though. That's pretty huge. It's also worth noting Starry gone and picked up the early Dirk. Likely going towards a collector first. But we have seen on occasion the lethality Kai'Sa hit. Not lethality Kai'Sa. Lethality Jinx is here as Harry in danger. Flashes away. Double daggers. Flash on forwards and the bleed is enough. Kanavi all over the place on this flipping dog. So, another kill down bot side. That's a big one. 3 kills again early for Starry. Holy moly. Room prison. Moam dropping away. Does not have the head flash. Double daggers. Or Darkened daggers gets it. 3 kills for Kanavi on the doggo. Oh boy, they get a grub. Kanavi will come over and... Oh, this top dive. Oh, Harry. This could be not very much fun. Darkened daggers come on through. Hallowed Mist is decent. Queen flashes away. Gonna get knocked into the wall. And there comes Linfong. Finally kills off the top side. But the response makes it that 1-for-1. Rocket! Sorry, yelled into the microphone there. Nice pickup from Starry, who's having a pretty good day so far today. Alright. That is a very scary Jinx. So, turret's still going to fall down bot. Nicely done. This Jinx is now, what, 6-1? Okay. Okay, Navi. Call of the pack, is in danger, needs to back away. Overcomes Linfong. Gonna get the look for the shove, can't quite get it. Overcomes Harry as well, he's really bloody deep, but so is Crisp. And the low CC is really beginning to hurt here when OMG get to go forwards, because there's no way of disengaging. Who do they lose? Crisp? Flash is on 4 members as well for that? That's going to be Herald to OMG. This was a... Okay, hang on. Herald were taken. Decent chunk top. No one's dead, but they can potentially use that mid. And the Jinx gets a lot less safe with that mid turret gone. She's gone for this very long range comp for this building. Dragon startup, here we go. Hang on, onto the other side. Cream needs to get on out of there. Just about realm warps away. Nicely escaped. Good timing, Cream. Okay, Jackie. Pilk Tishalize, not the Pilkening. Why are we all in Pilk? It's Pepsi milk. Oh. Oh no, I don't want Pepsi milk. Amber, why are we here? How do I know what Pilk is? I don't know. If I Google Pilk now, am I going to get in trouble? Hang on, let me Google this. Ooh, damn. This Jinx is scary. 20% HP, just about alive. Kanavi throwing out some Darkened Daggers. Dragon secured, Rune Prism's down. Linfong's got nowhere to go. Ezreal gets it. Hang on. Can they go a bit further? Do you have another angle in? Starry needs to be careful. Shock Blast. Barrier by Starry, who also flashed away. It is. Pilk is dirty soda made by combining Pepsi and milk. That sounds awful. Okay. You pull away. Hang on. Hang on. Hound's Pursuit. That's not just hanging around. They need to let the really good ult. Does so. Moa might still die here. Not quite. Good ult from Hung. Just out of range on that one. They get out of Khan, though. Hang had to back away. Kanavi just solos that down with the Serpent's Fan completed now as well. He's very, very scary. Oh, my days. No real response. Gwen shoves up bot side. You've got 3 turrets to 3 turrets. The gold lead is basically... It's somewhat ornamental in some ways because it's where the gold lead is. Like, this Kanavi is really, really strong. Jace is really, really strong. But we're still running... Dragon's up. Jackie's going to get jumped on. No, not quite into the wall. That was nearly really cool from OMG. Hang on, it's still going to kill Jackie. Nice combo. Can they turn Baron off that? I think they can. Kanavi, is he going to come over and fight this? I mean, Jackie, what do you even do there? He's got flash. I think it would have been maybe a bit pointless to run. Kanavi's still around. He can still be pretty scary. Send the clone forward. Flash to knock the dog into the wall. Goes untargetable. Jump onto 369 with the depth charge. Hook back onto Hill. And it leaves him alone because they realm warped away. OMG. Oh, boy. Hang on. They could turn back to Baron here. They're going to turn for Dragon, at least on the other side of top esports, to get something out of this. But that will be Baron. Big moment for them. Black Cleaver blood. Bleed, bleed, bleed. That's the term. Okay, Harry's just dead. Oh my god, hang on. Tries to step his way through. Goes gold. Kanavi's just going to back away, right? On the other side, fight's occurring. That's an important kill. 369 gets that. True Shot Barrage cleans the wave. Linfong has to run away with the ult. Ooh, not the best Baron shove ever, that. pack running with him. Look at Linfong looking for the wall. Cream can still go golden, hasn't had to go through yet. Pop Blossom is big. Starry's running away, but he's on top. Konami on top of him. Oh my god, they got the kill. Backing away. Now the Nautilus dies as well. Harry trying to snip his way through as much as he can. The shields come on through Cream. Can time it out, wait for the snip again. Just not enough. Finally, Konami gets on top of Starry, and the game will surely end from that. I think we might be looking at a triple MVP day from top esports jungler. That was really important. Oh, Starry, what a game from him. He genuinely tried, but they've got a wave. They've got enough grubs. Gonna get a respawn from Heng, try to clear out the wave, and doesn't manage to do so. Not fully. They need to defend these minions. So they have a teleport. They do from Jace. They might not even need it. It's gone. GG. Top esports win it. And Nico is reliant on all-inning. Cinch could be very annoying to deal with in Neferi. Just keep running down the poison. Oh, doing B. Hang on, he's just dead. Oh, nicely done, Shadow. Nicely done. Amazing J. Amazing J playing it 2,436 days ago. Oh, not quite the end. Got it anyway. Oh my god. FPX. Off to the races. Oh my god, he gets another. I was just chatting some NLC stuff in the background. We're prepping for the next split. So, Aki and Shanji clear out these grubs really fast. And again, Singed is... Hang on. Assumes cleansed. Oh, leaves in so much danger. Flash down. On the other side, Vi comes cease and desisting in. Shanji about to burn out. But you're on level 6. Flash on forward from Sheer. Public execution after. Doomby in danger. Throws down the Aegis assault. But he is a dead man. Aki gets over the wall. Grub secured. Another 2 kills and 1 grub. FBX. Oh my days. NIP are in trouble. Leave's got very little to work with here. They'll have a bailout and a dream. But they are caught under that turret and not having fun. Oh, hang on. Shadow just turns up, gets 2. Leave's going to bail himself out, does not come back. Now, Doomby in a pretty interesting position. Shadow can still do quite a lot of work. They will get that one, but the shield vault. But again, it's another kill over to Shadow. Doomby burns his ult, dies again. You... Alright, Doomby. Careful, Aki's around, they can turn this. Watch for the shield vault combo. Nice. Care's in danger, will go down. Into the backline goes Shadow, goes untargetable. Leave now in danger, Pop Blossom up. And down goes Leave as Asum lands that rend. Over the wall they go. Doomby trying to escape with the ult, but will not. Man dropped into a 6-foot grave. Okay, Aki goes into the enemy jungle and is immediately taken out by Asuma says, no, you can't be here. It's a big lead for this Kalista now. 2-0-3, up in CS. Set of grubs. This is looking pretty good. Cat with the Chains of Corruption stolen. Hang on. Chains of Corruption lands. Oh, Leave. Congratulations, you hit 1. Might try and turn it around. There's a bailout. Okay, Leave. Not bad. Not bad at all. Going 1 for 1 there is about as good as you can get. Cat's gonna be a bit upset about that, actually, I think. Still, TP's in. Hang on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Pop Blossom onto Aki. In comes Pantheon. Where's everyone else? Assume not here. Aki trying to find an angle. Hostile token for a bit wide, but hang on. Pull of the pack, and the ult from Assume buys some time. Thrown away from Dwayne. BP God does finally drop alongside that Nico, but the damage is through. Man drop! Out to safety, but he still dies from the bleed. The bleed from the Darkened Daggers brings him low. Ghostblade pop. No. Well, over we go. Shadow pick. Okay, dive bot. Doomby is so dead. Oh, this teleport's gonna suck. This teleport's gonna suck. Shanji's here. Hang on. There we go. Hound's Pursuit forward. Chains of Corruption. Flip back. Shanji's Sword will burn likely. Bleed's not quite enough. Got the shield. PP God. Flashing for the hostile takeover. Into the back line goes Shadow. And that's a burnout with the bailout. Not enough. Leaves the stage. Exit. Game right. Nefiri. Fear by name. Fear by nature. This dog is running wild. Was there ever a leash that she had to slip from? $12.05. Pre-16 minutes. Hang on. Here we go. Aki, that is not an even fight, my friend. They jump on the support. Who's got a Fate's Call? Nico, I choose you. Doomby. Think we're ready to go to the next in line. Where is Doomby when you need him? 1-8-2. My goat is getting cooked, blokes. The pack. Shanji has TP'd in and regrets it. Care steals the ult from Singed. And Shadow, wait. Flash Eviscerate. There's a bailout on top, but Shadow still has a call of the pack at this point. So much ability haste. And gets to jump on forward 3 for more. Really nicely played. Shadow's feeling it. Look at that man. He's so pleased. Can you blame him after today? You win this, you immediately go into 3rd, 4th. And on the back of a player that I think many were raising some eyebrows on. It's not been great performances today. This is a massive statement in the opposite. Great stuff from him. Dog sent forward. The bleed comes on through. Atakan, still 2.5 minutes of spawning. Stolen, cease to desist. Overcomes Shadow. Hound's Pursuit gets knocked back. Can still eviscerate forward, but that means Doomby has nowhere to go. Does not have any damage. Aki now in danger. Another eviscerate. Another kill. Bailout is in. No avail. They're just gonna keep going. Pikachu is summoned in the form of an Eco. Leave is once again left to the Wolves. How many dog puns can I get in a cast? This is a big old win con now. Herald's inventory. Gonna go down into this tier 2. Wherever Nefiri goes, you lose the fight. How do you stop her? Very, very significant. Nearly unassailable. Gen to say that if it's a 10k lead, there is no way back, basically. When it does happen, it is a shock beyond all shocks. 3 people doing it. Assume with the wrench should make this unassailable. No Baron for a while. Shadow will be left to manage this. Smite. And also involved in 20 kills, 14 of which he's picked up. Normally you have to pick or choose a little. And with this kind of ability, just dive forwards. What do? Doomby throws up an Aegis Assault, flashes into that grave for the 10th time this game. Oh no, stolen Chains of Corruption. Bailout comes on through. PP God's in danger now as well. Shadow keeps hopping on forward. Remember, they've still got these withdrawals to work with. Flash from Care. Cease to desist means nothing here. Jumping onto Aki will Vault Breaker away. Still bleeding for a hell of a lot of damage. And they'll just break the inhibitors. Okay. You've got withdrawals. They don't have to lose any yet. They could just play by rolling their face on the keyboard. And generally speaking, ninjas in pajamas may need to switch those pajamas more permanently, because they'll be sleeping for a very, very long time. This has been the most dominant game I've seen in LPL, possibly all year. Finally gets some of those withdrawals, but the turnaround's still brutal. Care's still there. The withdrawal's still coming on through. Okay, you got rid of the knee cover. That's Hound Pursuit. Ow! All right, let's go. Shadow sends him to the Shadow Realms in 22.5 minutes. 31 kills to 4. Bomb plus Phoenix. Eviscerate. Incinerate ninjas in pajamas. It is brutal.